Aries. We'll be having a look at love and then career for you for the month. Let's go first into love, shall we? 6 cards for your love situation, taking in those general messages for Aries. Page of Pentacles, the World, the Temperance, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, quite a few things are jumping out at me here. Some of you, I feel like in regards to love, there's either 2 people you're choosing from or there's 2 priorities. And I feel like something about moderation stands in between the 2 of you with the Temperance card, Aries. I feel like with the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, you potentially have 2 relationships here, Aries, or 2 different people you're choosing between, and there's someone that's trying to rush things. Now, the Knight of Swords can be an air sign, but it can also be you trying to rush things or get things off the ground. I feel like someone's rushing for a future with you, or you're rushing into something for your future. Now, I'm not sure if this is some sort of pressure you're feeling, if you're trying to conform to society that you need to be coupled up by a certain age, you need to have children by a certain age. You know, I feel like other people's pressures shouldn't fall on your shoulders. Everyone walks a different journey. They walk a different life, and they have different wants, desires, and passions. So don't ever feel like you need to be rushing or someone needs to be pressuring you for the future, is what I'm seeing here, Aries, because you are certainly someone that holds your own. And I don't think, you know, if you need to compromise, then so be it here with the 3 of Pentacles. But I almost feel like, you know, the reason I say that is because you have the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Cups. So this is possibly children or marriage or engagement even. And I'm wondering if someone's rushing you here a little bit, or if you're rushing them here, Aries. You know, it could be reversed. It could be that you doing a bit of, you putting pressure on someone else. The Knight of Swords wants to get answers, seeks validation, seeks clarity, seeks the truth. So I feel there's definitely a lot of questions coming up for you in regards to your relationship and the direction about your relationship, because the 3 of Wands is all about the future, is all about the long distance. It's the choices that you make now that will impact you later on, because it's the journey that you walk. Your first few steps can shape this journey in such a pivotal way here, Aries. And I feel there's a bit of pressure coming in around you here. I do. Now, I'm not sure if you need to take it back a notch for some of you. I feel like for the most part, in the general read, I do think some of you are on the same page, which is good. But maybe someone's taking it a little bit one step further here with the Knight of Swords and 3 of Wands. Because I do see some potential negotiations or compromises that will need to be made here. Now, it can be any sign, really. You know, there's a few that have come up here. There's Earth energy, Sagittarius, fire. You have air, so I don't want to pigeonhole them to just to the one sign. But look, Earth energy is someone talking about stability, or is someone trying to negotiate or trying to come into agreement with you about a relationship here. Again, you have 2 3s. So I'm wondering if there's anything involving another relationship here. For some of you, there absolutely could be a lover's triangle, and it could stem or it could start from someone at work who may express interest in you. Because I do feel there has been an earth sign possibly around you that's been watching you in your relationships here. And this person has been focused on you, has been watching you, has had a lot of admiration for you here, Aries. So I'm wondering what's going on with you here. I feel like this admiration, this crush or infatuation that someone has may be harming an existing relationship, or maybe maybe getting in the way of an existing relationship you have with someone else here, Aries, is what I'm seeing. I feel like there's something about moderation. Either everything is finally coming into moderation, you finally have a healthy balance. For some of you, I do think you're finally entering a stage. You know, this is the World card, and you're entering this stage where you finally have balance, you finally have peace, you finally both are contributing enough to this relationship to see it grow, you know, to see it flourish in a very positive light. So this is very nice to see, especially those that are dealing with a Sagittarius here. But this is all about truth and honesty, and they're fire signs like you, so I think you're quite similar in a lot of ways, and they tend to embrace the opportunity that comes their way. So I really think for some of you, you know, the fact that you've had the Hangman with the Temperance card here in regards to love, I do feel that seeing these 2 cards together can indicate you've been waiting for this balance. You've been a little bit imbalanced here. You've been waiting for this perfect the two of you are actually finally syncing, and you've been waiting for this, and now it's finally here. And then all of a sudden with the Temperance card, everything is upright and everything is making sense, and the universe is looking out for you. But at the same time, you've attracted it by your own will. So I like the energy that this is coming up with, Aries. I think it's definitely quite powerful. With the Temperance card, for some of you, I feel like you're meeting your equal. It's someone brand new with the Page of Pentacles. It could be an earth sign. It might be someone foreign, or that you meet on a holiday, or meet overseas, or meet through online ventures, online dating apps, social media, via emails, forums, something online here with the World card. Or an online relationship will develop. I feel like if some of you are establishing an online relationship right now, because I did mention potentially new budding romance here with the Six of Cups. I feel like for some of you, Aries, with the World card and the Six of Cups, some of you are definitely embarking on a long-distance relationship, and I think this is going to be in your future for a long time coming. The fact that you've got the Three of Wands speaks volumes of the longevity of this connection here. There's potential for the two of you to move overseas together to discuss the financials and the logistics of a long-distance relationship. But I almost feel like this person is going to be a constant. The fact that the Pentacles have come up in your connection here, I do believe that this person is going to continue to be a constant in your life in some way, shape, or form here. So that's quite powerful here, Aries, in regards to your love connection. But the page could certainly indicate a new offer here. I also feel like some of you are being gifted with something special. It could be flowers, it could be jewelry, it could be chocolates, if you're a male. It could be, a number of things, really. Whatever gets you going, I suppose, or whatever you're looking forward to receiving. So I like that this is coming up. I think it's quite an exciting time for you, but I do think there's several things happening for you here in regards to love and relationships. But I will leave it at that and throw out 6 more cards for career, for Aries. Career, creative pursuits, and business. Okay, the Tower card, the Moon, Knight of Cups, Two of Swords, the Death card, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so there appears to be some sort of shake-up that can possibly lead to an ending here. I'm not sure if someone around you is leaving the job, Aries, or leaving the workplace, or leaving your career path. It could be you. There is a major ending taking place with the Death card. It can also be a Scorpio here. But the Death card with the Tower card, there's major things happening in regards to work or career, or in business. An ending with a client, a customer, a long-term colleague, a long-term boss. Something's happening here with the Tower card and the Death card. I'm wondering if this has anything to do with your prominence here. I see you in a leadership role. So for some of you, or you're really coming to prominence here. So for some of you, it's not the ending of a job per se, but it's the end of a role, or it's the end of a period of like probation or something, for example. Because it could be a period where you felt a little bit closed off. You felt like you weren't aware of your surroundings. So it could be like the end of a period of end of training, end of a period of some kind here in regards to career or business. I am seeing a new offer here with the Knight of Cups, however. So I'm wondering if someone is wanting to offer you something and you're actually going to say no. I feel like you might turn it down, or the offer might not be what you're after. Because for some of you, I feel like you're going to possibly close yourself off to this offer. It could be up to 2 offers. You have 2 towers here with the Moon card, and then you've got the big tower here. So I'm wondering if it is you blocking yourself off to something here in regards to work or career. I feel like there's going to be something happening around you at work possibly this month where you feel like you have to have, there's an element of choice. there's an element of choice, choosing between two different people, two different employees, two different products, two different services, or something like this in this period of, with the Two of Swords. Because then you have the Death card, so you might end someone's employment here, actually, Aries. It might be you. You might be, it's almost like you hold someone else's fate in your hands here. So for some of you, I mean, I know there's a lot of you in leadership roles or senior management roles. And I think you have some sort of, because you're coming into prominence, the big bosses are listening to you. So I think someone might get fired, actually, or let go. It's unexpected. They won't see it coming. But I do see a potential new job offer. I mean, this could be a job interview, seeing someone face to face, having quite an eloquent conversation here, as the King of Swords normally does. But you standing out from the crowd and being a potential candidate, which is really good. And I do think there's potentially an offer coming in. I mean, the Knight of Cups does sit on top of the Ten of Cups. So I'm wondering if this is a water sign, particularly a Cancer or a Scorpio, that's going to offer you this role or offer you a new beginning. I do see the role to be more complex than what you're used to here, Aries. I think you might be, if you are starting a new job, I feel like with the Tower card, you may be coming into the role at a time when people have been let go very suddenly, or at a time when there's lack of cohesion. So I feel like there's, it could be like office politics or something, but I feel like it's quite a turbulent time. The company's on shaky ground, so to speak. So I'm not sure if they're in trouble with law, or they're in trouble with legalities or governments, or maybe they have some sort of customer or client dispute. But I feel like they've recently encountered a Tower moment, and the Moon card is instability, that it has affected people on a personal and emotional level. So because this has come up, they're looking for stability. The King of Pentacles is Taurian energy, so you may be dealing with a Taurus here in regards to work, but he's absolutely rules stability, and he's quite a refined character. He's got very good wisdom, and he applies a lot of practicality when it comes to making big decisions, which I think you may have to do, Aries. You may be put in this place, actually. It could be you might be put on the spot very quickly. I do see you leading from the front, though, which is very nice to see. I do believe that your actions with the Wands will prove to be received very, very well. And it could be this action that sets you on a course of learning. There might be someone that will want to develop you or work on your skills more to help bring you to another role or another job description or something of this nature here. Because there's definitely an epiphany or an aha moment or an enlightenment moment that occurs for someone around you. If not you, then someone around you, because they've been waiting for someone to be very creative or innovative or be very proactive. And I think this is the sort of energy you're exuding this month. And as a result, this is someone that wants to see your growth, your flourishing, and to see you more stable within the company here. So I think that's very exciting for some of you. So I will leave it at that, Aries. I hope this has been insightful. I do. Thank you so much for watching, and we shall be chatting again very soon. Thanks again, Aries. Bye for now.